Well, let's face it, if we had any knowledge at all, the slightest clue or intelligence that these individuals would have been potentially migrant smugglers by the time they get here, of course we'd not allow them into the country. And when you look at the timing when they came here, if we knew that they were anything other than tourists, we would not have allowed them entry. True. Because we knew that it would have undermined our chances. So individuals who are trying to be mischievous and to suggest that we knew and there's blood on our hands and so on, that's precisely what they are. Or they're just ignorant and arrogant and stupid, or they're just trying to capitalize on this very unfortunate situation in which, people lost their lives. And this idea too, with the most recent tragedy in which a number of them went on this boat and, ostensibly probably maybe about 16 of them may have lost their lives.
Perished.
Perished. Now, what that has to do with me? I don't know these people. I never met them. I never had any engagement with anyone who they may have spoken with, any boat captain or any individual who they may have had arrangements with in Africa. So what that has to do with my administration? What we did, however, is that we went the dignified way and we said that, look, notwithstanding the fact that there are so many of them, we said that we will assimilate them into the domestic society. But at the same time, we recognize that it is the first time in our history that we have had to deal with so many immigrants coming to the country in such a short notice, especially external of the region. I mean, barring the situation in Montserrat and Dominica, where we had to take thousands of Dominicans and thousands of Montserratians at one point because of the disasters. We have not had any situation in which we had individuals external of the region with different culture and so on, in which we had to assimilate as many as up to 600 at the same time. So we wrote to the International Organization on Migration, the IOM, as well as UNHCR, that's the United Nations Commission on Refugees, and asked them for technical assistance to do a study to determine the needs of these immigrants and their skills, whether or not they have skills that we can utilize. And we have no doubt that a number of them have skills. My understanding, one of them is a very qualified nurse who went to Mount St. John and I believe was employed and is now working, assigned to one of our senior citizens, renowned senior citizen who would have served this country very well.
This is Antigua Breaking News.
The others, they're lawyers, told that they're engineers and so on. So we have asked these institutions to assist us in doing an audit of their skills and also to help us to do a deep dive in terms of the due diligence. We had asked immigration in particular to do preliminary analysis to make sure that there are not criminal elements among them. But we have asked the IOM and the UNHCR to help us do a deep dive on the due diligence on these individuals. So they're now on island, and they have commenced their assessment. They should be meeting with these individuals, interviewing them, interviewing various stakeholders in order to put together the report. Now, evidently, if we had anything to hide, we'd not be inviting reputable international organizations to come and deal with this issue.
Indeed.
So this idea that there should be a commission of inquiry to determine the facts. Now, the reality is, I believe at least 99% of the information is already in the public domain.
True.
And perhaps all they need to do now is to corroborate, the information that is already there in the public domain. I don't know if they'll unearth anything else, but to date, no one has been able to come up with any information that any Antiguan at any level of the government was involved in any form of collusion with the African migrants or even those who may have helped to facilitate their travel from Africa to Antigua and Barbuda. But, with all the hysteria and so on, I heard Jackie Quinn say, oh, this is a serious thing and Antigua and Barbuda is in serious trouble. What trouble can we be in? At the end of the day, and we are victims in the sense that our benevolence, our pure intent to establish this air bridge between Africa and the Caribbean was violated.
This is Antigua Breaking News.